Let me say a couple of things. In terms of book, if you got Kindle, you can get it on Kindle. I'm selling it for $20, but it'll cost you about $25, $26 if you go online. And the reason I wrote this book is Republicans ain't got a clue as to what's going on. And since we don't have a clue, we lost in 2008, we lost in 2012, and we'll lose in 2016 unless we do some things differently. And so I try to spell out in the book some of the things that you can do differently. Now, I'm a big believer in humor, and I think that y'all get too much of yourself sometimes, including me. And Joyce Myers is one of my favorite people to listen to. And she told us, no, it wasn't Joyce, it was Joel Osteen, told a story about a lady who was diagnosed with cancer and died, and she got on her knees and she said, Lord, if you just save me, I promise to lead a new life. I'll dedicate my life to you. I'll do anything you want, and I'll be a new woman. So sure enough, the next day they come in and they do the test. They can't find any cancer anywhere. So the lady said, well, in that case, I get a facelift while I'm here, I'll get my breast lifted, my butt padded, and she had all that done. And she walked out the door, and an 18-wheeler came down the street, hit her, and killed her. And so when she got to heaven, she said, Lord, I promise to dedicate my life to you. I promise to walk a new way. And my cancer's cured, and I walked right down, the 18-wheeler hit me and killed me. He said, heck, I didn't even recognize you. And so I would say the same thing is probably becoming more and more true about Republicans. We are getting hard to recognize because we are all over the fence on everything. One last comment, and I'll do what Zan brought me here to do. As your national committee woman, thank you for the vote. I get to travel all over the country at my expense. And last year, I think I spent $10,000 going on trips for the party. And this time in April, in our spring meeting, we met in California. And that was an interesting meeting because everybody had an opinion about what we ought to be doing. And people were not pleased with the rules that were adopted in Tampa. And so I got about 200-300 emails from people saying, get rid of the rules and go back to 2008. Well, it wasn't quite that simple. And Morton Blackwell from Virginia had proposed eliminating all the rules and let's go back to 2008. But the reality is, in the meeting that just occurred, we did not get rid of all the rules. We changed the rules that were sick, and we still have some more to change. The major rule that came out in 2012 that people were upset about was that the party as structured would have allowed the presidential candidate to choose delegates in disputes, and sometimes when the disputes did not occur. The other thing that people were upset about was how the candidates would be balanced. In all honesty, I must tell you, I worked early on for a compromise rule which nobody heard because there was so much noise at the convention that you couldn't hear what was being said. And the end result is that the rule now states that the presidential candidate has no say in what happens in state delegate selection, nor in caucuses that will occur. The other part of that is that the RNC will have no say in what goes on at the state level, etc. Whatever rules that the states make are rules that we will abide by. Now, the one part, and one reason why I did not want to go back to 2008 was the rules in 2008 would not really bind delegates. And so what we have done is we have bound delegates. If your state sends you to the convention to go for the presidential candidate, you will be expected to vote for that presidential candidate. Or if you're for some other candidate, you are expected to vote for that candidate. And what happened at the convention was they never took a roll call vote. Because in North Carolina, we knew who the delegates had to be by the way the votes went. So people were upset with that. So it was amended that they will call the roll, and everybody who wants to be seen on TV and heard will get a chance to be seen and heard and have their votes cast, so we cut that foolishness out. But I was not in favor of not letting candidates be bound, because one of the big controversies we had was too many people wanted to go, and when they got there, they decided they didn't want to vote the way the state had allocated the votes, and I said, that ain't gonna fly as long as I'm sitting here. So it did not fly. I don't know whether you all have appropriately recognized Mr. Benvenuto there, who designed the buttons and the pins for the state delegations. If you didn't get one, I'm sure the state has some they'll be willing to sell you. And they were very nice pins that were exchanged. Now I need to get on with what they sent me up here for, because I'm talking too long. But I did want you to know that and what happened at committee. It's all fun and games. Oh, one last point. We had a chance to go to the Reagan Presidential Library.